In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the needle on a Singer model 6616. This area to the right of the needle bar is called the needle clamp. You turn the little thumb screw on there toward you to loosen the needle, and it will just drop right out. This is the old needle. This is a new needle, and you will notice perhaps there you go, right there, you can see that one side of the needle is flat and one side is rounded. Depending on the model machine you have, the flat side goes to the right and the flat side goes to the left. On the 66 machines, the flat side needs to go toward the right. So you're going to put the needle just under the needle clamp with the flat side to the right, and there is a groove right there. My hand is in the way, but there is a groove right there that the needle slides right up into. And then you make sure that you retighten the needle clamp as tight as it can go. And that's how easy it is to change a needle. The most important thing is to have the flat side of the needle facing the correct direction. A few minutes ago, when I was using the ruffler attachment on this machine, the needle loosened up toward the end of what I was doing. And now that I've put a new needle in, I want to make sure I have the needle tight enough and that the ruffler attachment is resting correctly on the needle clamp thumb screw. So I'm going to put the ruffler back on here. Again, making sure I have it seated right on the back presser foot bar. And that it's resting on the needle clamp correctly. So now it's installed the same way I had it before. And I'm going to go ahead and thread the needle. Might have been easier to do it before I put the ruffler on, because you have to reach past the ruffler to get in there and grab the thread. Okay, so the needle is threaded, and what I want to make sure of is that the needle does not loosen up again with the use of the ruffler. I want to make sure that it wasn't the ruffler that loosened the needle, because obviously you don't really want to be using an attachment that's going to do that all the time. So there we go, we have the fabric installed again the same way as I did in the other video. I've got the ruffler attached correctly. And I'm just slowing down. It's not bunching up like it was in the other video. The screw itself on the needle clamp is not loose. And my muslin is not cut evenly here. so that's about as much as I did before, and this time the needle has not loosened up. And that's what I needed to check. Plus, now I have a brand new needle in the machine. And again, well, we picked up some rust stains this time from the ruffler, but I had oiled it and cleaned it up, and so that's going to happen once in a while. But it's making wonderful ruffles. What I was worried about was that it was going to loosen up the needle clamp, and it doesn't look like it did that this time. So I think we should be all set. And here's probably the important point. The hook area of the ruffler is sitting on the shaft of the needle clamp thumb screw, not right close to the thumb screw itself, but it's sitting to the left. It's actually the shaft of the needle clamp. That's about as close as I can get. So when you use this, I think that is where the ruffler needs to sit, so that the needle doesn't, so that this thumb screw doesn't get hit by the ruffler and loosen up the needle.